Hey, my name's James Nicholson and welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, I want to talk about the Federal Reserve, the American central bank, who yesterday had their interest rate meeting. They have paused interest rates again, so they didn't increase them again, but they also gave us some insight into where we're at. When are we actually going to get some drops in the interest rates? How many drops are we going to get? And we're going to talk about that and lots more in this video. So if you haven't done already and you're new around here, make sure you subscribe to the channel over there and hit the bell notification. We're on the way to 25,000 subscribers. And while you're here, smash like, tickle like, do something to the like button. Even if it's out of anger, just hit it. That will really help us with the YouTube algorithm. It gets us more views on the channel. It means you're an all-round great person for doing it. So, the Federal Reserve had their meeting. Why is that important? Because you are in the UK, likely, if you're watching this, and you don't really care what happens in America. Well, unfortunately, it is a global economy, and the Americans are the biggest, most powerful central bank in the world. What also happens is our currencies are massively intertwined. So let's just say the Bank of England decided to start slashing interest rates, but the Americans didn't. They just kept theirs nice and high. Then the value of the pound would drop significantly. Investors, big corporate investors, would go to America to invest because they'd get more interest over there. So that would mean the pound would be less valuable. And because we import so much into this country, we're an import economy, that means that we would have higher inflation again. So we kind of have to follow the Fed. That's actually the line that we use a lot, is we follow the Fed. So if you're a Bank of England member, your job's a little bit easier because you're just going to wait till the Fed drops rates and then you're likely to drop rates. Now, I have made a video recently where the Bank of England have said that this time round, they don't feel that we do need to follow the Fed. They feel that if the need was there and we needed to cut interest rates, we could do that. And what's helped a little bit with that is that the Europeans have dropped their rates, Switzerland's dropped their rates, Canada's dropped their rates. So the pound has gained a little bit of momentum, and it has done that over the last few months. So we've got a little bit of wiggle room, so we can cut a little bit. So back to the Fed, what's going on there? Well, the Fed have held their rates. They have a weird range of interest rates. So their interest rate is 5.25 to 5.5%. If someone knows why it's a range and not a fixed certain number, do comment below, because I don't. If not, I'll go and Google it and find out. I should do, really. I will go and find that one out. But yeah, it's 5.25 to 5.5, which it has been at now for 7 meetings. So this is the 7th hold that they've had, which is interesting, similar to the Bank of England and what we're expecting next week when they have their meeting. Now, also, the Federal Reserve don't want to be seen to being political like the Bank of England. So huge elections all around the world at the moment. We've got the UK election in a few weeks. We've got the American election at the beginning of November. And so these central banks don't want to be seen to be cutting rates ahead of the election to give Biden a little bit of an extra chance to get in. And so they're kind of pausing until after these elections have potentially happened. So in March, we were looking at the Federal Reserve cutting 3 times in 2024. Then inflation started to stick. And particularly in America, because their inflation went down really fast. In fact, they did really well with their inflation, way better than ours. When we were still in the 8s and 9s, they were at 3, 4, 5 sort of percent. They were racing ahead of everybody else. But now their data is not quite as good. So yesterday, just before the Federal Reserve meeting, the inflation data came out in America. Now, the good news was it was better than expected, but it's still not good enough. So they were expecting 3.4%, but what they got was 3.3% inflation in the US. So it's still got a long way to go to that 2% target. They were saying in the meeting yesterday, the Federal Reserve, that it was better, that they just felt that we were moving in the right direction because they've had a few months where it's stuck now and wasn't moving at all. And so this is good for them that they've had even a slight drop. Now, what are they saying about rate cuts? Because that's all anybody cares about, really. The rate cuts, they're saying probably one, right? So the Federal Reserve meeting is different to the UK, the Bank of England meeting. The Bank of England meeting, most of the time, they don't like to say we're going to cut rates at some point this year. They just don't like that conversation. Americans, like we said, in March, they were saying we were expecting 3 cuts in a year. Now they're saying one rate cut in 2024, which is not ideal. And so that means that the Bank of England is likely to follow suit. It's likely that we will get 1 rate cut as well. New data has come out today, and a lot of analysts feel that this will be in August. In fact, out of 65 economists and analysts that were polled, 63 of them feel that the rate cuts will be in August. And the reason for that is that the economies around the world are starting to feel the pain. And so you're seeing more mortgage delinquencies, as in payments that are behind in the UK and in America. You're starting to see the unemployment rate go up. The Americans do fudge the numbers a little bit because they put government jobs in there, but actual unemployment is going up in a lot of regions now. And so there is a fear that if we hold too long, that we're going to cause unnecessary pain. Now, what was also talked about was, let's just say what the first drop is likely to be 0.25%. That's what the Canadians did. That's what the Europeans did. The British and the Americans will probably do something very similar. Now, a good smart journalist said, will that make any difference to anybody? 0.25%, will it make any difference? And the Fed chairman said, probably not. It's probably not. It's probably not going to make any impact to people's delinquency payments, not being able to afford their car payments, their credit card payments. Is unlikely that it's going to make a big difference. So what's the point? The point was that they felt that you've got to start somewhere, and it's showing the markets that we're now transitioning from holding to gradually, slowly moving interest rates down. So that's where we're likely to start things, is at 0.25%, could be August, but I don't know. We don't know for sure whether this will happen or not, but what we do know is that the Brits, the Bank of England, are likely to do something at a similar time. There is a bit of wiggle room that we could go first. Normally we follow the Fed. I don't know. You don't know. No one knows for sure. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. What we want to keep an eye on this week, though, is because we've had some inflation drops in America now, which is good. Do we see the markets? Do we see the swap rates that the banks borrow at? Do they drop their rates? That means that your mortgage rate could go down. So we want to keep an eye on that over the next few weeks. Let me know what you think in the comments. When do you think the Bank of England and the Federal Reserve are going to cut their rates? Comment below. Smash like if you didn't do earlier. Tickle it. Whatever you've got to do, just hit that like button. Do subscribe. Let's get 25,000 subscribers. Check out all the other content on my channel, including this video right here.